Assalamualaikum. How are you all? It's me Asma and welcome to Graphic Tees. So in today's class we'll learn all about masking. So masking is basically that we have to hide or show something in our picture. So we'll use masking. So in Illustrator we have three types of masks, which is draw inside, clipping mask, and the third one is opacity mask. So let's learn them one by one. So first we have is draw inside mask. So let's see, in draw inside basically what happens, it happens that we select our object, and whatever we draw it will draw inside our selected shape. So let's see how to apply draw inside mask. In our toolbar you see at last these three icons here, and one is disabled. Okay, so let's see the first one. First one is draw normal. We selected draw normal and Illustrator also selected it for us by default. And the another one is draw behind. So draw behind is very interesting. Let's see. If I select it and create any shape I want, for example, I'm going to create a circle here. So you see what happened? The circle drew behind my shape. Okay, and if you want to bring it to front, just right click and go to arrange and bring to front, so it will be here. So it's not that useful because we can also right click and just select it. So let's switch back to normal. And the third one is draw inside. But why is it disabled to us? I'll tell you. But if I select my object, you see, it's enabled. Now, if I select draw inside mask, so you can see some dash lined edges around my object. Let's see what it does. Now, just zoom in so you can work perfectly. Now, for example, if I'm going to create a circle here, let's see. Um, I in the corner. Okay, that's right. Now, but first I have to change the color, like I said before. Um, just select sea green. Yeah. So now you see what happened. Create more object here. See, it's drawing inside my selected object. Okay. So it's interesting also. Uh, Now switch back to normal, because if you don't and you create so many shapes, it will create inside your object. Okay, so let's come to another one. The another one is clipping mask. So it's pretty interesting also. Let's see how can we apply clipping mask. Okay, so first of all we have to select them both, and if I right click here, you can see there's written make clipping mask. So if I click it, wow, my circle changed into my square. And don't think that my color is changed, because it doesn't matter that which shape in front of your another shape, its color doesn't matter. Okay, so basically in clipping mask what happens that your behind shape transform into the shape your front shape. Okay, let's see again. If I create another circle here, okay, and if I select clipping mask, okay, so my big circle change into my small one. And then now the another and the most interesting one is opacity mask. So let's see how can we apply opacity mask. So in opacity mask, for example, I basically want that my color, for example, I'm going to create another circle here. Okay, exactly the size it is. Now if I change the color of it, okay, now what do I want? I want this color to be appear from here and disappear here. So what should I do? Yes, we should apply our opacity mask and make sure that any shape is behind your gradient, because it cannot happen without your gradient. Obviously gradient helps you to mesh two colors or more colors in one. Okay, so let's select them both, and if you want you can go here and work here, but I don't think that it's important. Let's come here. Now how can we apply opacity mask? For apply, if we want to apply opacity mask, just go to our transparency panel, and if I click here, it's written make mask. Wow, my color changed into a gradient. So that's the basic thing I wanted to tell you. um Okay, so if it's clear to you, now come to our another thing. And because this was basics, and I wanted to explain you what it is, and I wanted to introduce you to mask. Now we'll do some work so we can understand it more easily, and it would be more easy to do work for us. So I have a picture of this plate. So what do I want? I don't want these spoon, knife, or forks. I only want this blue plate. Okay, I don't want any leaves here. So what should I do? First we should create a circle here, or if it is not a circle, and if you want you can draw with your pen tool. Okay, but it's a circle, so definitely I'm going to create a circle. I don't have to do any hard work for this. Okay, so first press L for your ellipse tool, and now make sure to keep it on strokes, so it would be more easier to you. And we can also adjust it. Okay, I think that I should increase the amount of my strokes. Okay, so let's adjust it. Okay, so every edge is set it perfectly. Now what do I have to do? But first, don't forget to switch it back to your fill. Okay, now I'm going to select them both and make clipping mask. So you see, the clipping mask is usually used for this kind of work. Okay, and now you can select them both and set it where you want. So for example, I want it on my gray background, so here it is. Okay, and I don't need to change background of my picture. That's the thing. If it's right, let's come to our another picture. So it's a beautiful picture of some two Australian parrots. So for example, in this picture I don't want these leaves, I only want them both. Okay, and I want some blurry edges here. Okay, so let's see what I want here, because I think that you cannot understand me like this way. So I think this size would be perfect. Now I'm setting it to stroke so I can adjust it perfectly. Okay, it's too big, let's change it. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so what did I said? That I want some blurry edges here. If I change it to fill and make clipping mask, That's right too, but I don't want it to be like that. I want some blurry edges. This edge is very smooth. I don't want any smooth edge here. So let's undo our changes and let's see what do we have to do here. First, we select our circle and go to Effect and go to Blur and Gaussian Blur. So you can see this panel here. Just check your preview so you can see what happens here. And from here you can change the radius of your blur. Okay, I think that is right. Mm, let's check. Okay, and I think we should increase the size. Okay, that is perfect. Now let's try again. Select them both and make clipping mask. Why did it didn't happen here? I know the reason. Let me tell you. Just press undo and select them both and go to transparency and now make mask. But you see what happened? Both images are disappeared. Why? Because the color of my circle was not white. Make sure that your color of your circle or your object should be white if you are applying mask, transparency mask. So just click on make mask. Now you see it's a very beautiful picture. Okay, but there is one edge here. I want to remove it. So what do we have to do? Just select it and you see a chain here. Okay, if I click it, you can see a cross sign here, and now if I select my picture and drag it, so my picture is moving, not my circle, only my picture. Okay, so if you want to edit your picture, just press this chain, and if you are done, now click again on this chain, so it would be like that. So that was today's class and hope you liked the class. If this class was helpful to you, just give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Allah Hafiz. Thanks for watching.